bound by a tradition unlike any other. Driven to help students realize their goals on and off campus. Supported by a worldwide and lifelong network called the Trojan Family. The USC Asian Pacific Alumni Association is ever evolving, adding cultural depth to the larger alumni association with an important and growing constituency.
As our world today is shifting away from an Atlantic to a Pacific century, USC is better positioned than anyone else to lead this change, to become the intellectual and cultural and spiritual fabric of a world that is tied to the age of the Pacific.
APAA offers scholarships to students from diverse backgrounds with already remarkable stories of personal and academic achievement.
It starts with my father. He was a refugee from the Vietnam War. I grew up in the North County of St. Louis. I was the only Asian boy in my class. My English teacher back then would kind of encourage me to write. So that's really where I started getting my thoughts together.
One thing that stood out to me, especially, was the idea of the Trojan family, because Punahou also has a very strong community feel with the alumni, the current students, staff, and faculty.
When I visited, I felt like people here are just really, they're happy to be here. People are friendly. It's like, let's encourage each other, kind of push towards like success together.
Our scholarships have been pivotal in attracting outstanding students to USC, and this financial aid, more often than not, was key in realizing their dream to be Trojans.
Not financially stable to be able to just pay my tuition outright. We looked at, kind of what the APAA does, and it just turned out to be a perfect fit for what I do want to do in terms of community service, as well as being able to help me with tuition as well.
I applied into the baccalaureate MD program here, and when I found out I got in, I was so excited. And but with the recession that's been going on, it's definitely been a struggle for my parents to pay for my USC tuition.
I have to work like 3 different kind of jobs, like restaurant job, cafe job, dishwasher, and then I just felt like I have to keep maintain with like my study at school. Felt that's like the hardest part of my life, and really want to thank with all the donors that make this scholarship happen.
There were many people before us that made financial sacrifices in time, and just an overall commitment for us as a future generation. So again, that's the give back.
The whole piece about higher education access, helping students to realize their dreams, helping them to become a part of the Trojan family, and how that networking piece carries on for years and years and lifetimes and generations to come.
But once in school and on campus, it's not about the money at all. The APAA embodies the spirit of Troy, one that fosters a sense of family and belonging, which extends outside the classroom and unique to USC.
You hear constantly about the Trojan family, what a phenomenal network there is between students and alumni. The Asian Pacific Alumni Association is a perfect example of that.
Here, I've noticed that I've had so many opportunities to get involved and, be part of the Alumni Association here with the Asian Pacific Alumni Association. Even within my school, there's so many opportunities.
I have to admit, I really truly feel connected here. I feel like I'm not just a student passing by at all. I do feel like I am contributing something through my work, but at the same time, there's a family, a community here that's supporting me along the way.
APAA scholarships are awarded not just to ease the cost of tuition and books, but to also enable these gifted students to undertake special projects that educates them about life itself.
Having a scholarship affords me the opportunity to, get out of the comfort bubble that is of a student's comfort bubble and be more engaged with my profession, policy, advocacy, and just developing our profession furthermore.
I was able to use the money that I received from the scholarship to translate some of these North Korean refugee stories. Most of the stories, they always conclude with a spirit of hope. I think that's part of the reason why I was so charged to stay on this career path to become a doctor, because I feel like it wouldn't be right of me to have learned about all these things, to have heard all these stories and not do anything about it.
As we proudly celebrate these outstanding young men and women, APAA supporters who have given so generously merit an even greater tribute. You don't just provide scholarships and help deserving students, you enrich lives.
I want to make sure that people have that same experience, that same enlightening experience where they realize, hey, I can do this and that. I can do so much more than I thought I could originally.
As you can see, many of these students are already making great strides to help change the world for the better. Your generous donations allow us to provide 30 students each year with the benefits of the scholarship.
I really want to thank you for the support because a scholarship isn't just money, it's a window of opportunity.